Welcome back. Does a divided opposition actually end up helping the BJP? We debated that in Uttar Pradesh, but it also is relevant in the context of another big cluster of seats, Delhi, the national capital that went to the polls today. Remember, the BJP swept 7-0 last time. The AAP and the Congress tried to come together to prevent a repeat of that. They couldn't. Is that actually going to end up helping the BJP, or has the battle for Delhi become also more complex, also in some ways like the battle that we hear across the country, seat by seat, candidate by candidate? Or is it once again the Modi factor? Is it once again the issues of surgical strikes and nationalism which are papering over any of the local incumbencies or the anti-incumbencies of the MPs? That's the big question today. Let's just look though at a starting point at the turnout in Delhi though. And this is something which is both surprising and also worrying, that the turnout in Delhi appears to have fallen by almost 5% since 2014. So in 2014 it was about 65% turnout. This year, 2019, it is right now at 60%. Perhaps the figures might be revised and we hope it will go up. But right now that's a 5% drop. Atishi joins us on the show. She's of course the Aam Aadmi Party's candidate from East Delhi. Vinay Sahasrabudhe remains with us, as does Salman Soz, as does Nilanjan Sarkar. We thank all the others who are on the show, KC Tyagi, Anubhav Chak, Vineet Goenka. Atishi, thanks for joining us. Can I just first get you, and then I'll get everyone else, but if I can just first get you to comment on what you make of the fact that the turnout seems to have fallen. How are you reading that?
I think the turnout seems to have fallen in strong contrast with 2014, where people came out to vote. It was a vote for change. People, I think, were tired of the corruption they had seen in the Congress regime, and they wanted to give Prime Minister Narendra Modi a chance. And they wanted to vote on the plank of development. Today, when voter turnout is very low, and especially if you were to see across Delhi, in areas where BJP has gotten a lot of votes in the previous election, I think the message is very clear that people are disillusioned with the BJP, people are disillusioned with the politics of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, and they came out and voted for change. But they now feel that at the end of 5 years, nothing has really happened, and that's why they haven't come out to vote.
Okay, Vinay Sahasrabudhe, would you agree with that? I mean, you obviously wouldn't agree with it, but then how would you explain the lower turnout?
I mean, anybody who is watching the Delhi political scene is aware of the fact that the election is between A, B and C. A is BJP, which stands for aspiration. B is Aam Aadmi Party, which stands for bankruptcy, total bankruptcy and governance backlog, a huge governance backlog, deceiving the people in all practical ways. And C stands for corruption of the Congress. So naturally, BJP has had an upper hand right since the beginning, and I'm sure BJP is going to win all the 7 seats. Sorry?
Okay, but acronym apart, how would you explain the lower turnout though? If you're saying that BJP stands for
I would wait for corrected figures coming from the Election Commission. And if at all, people have...
Okay.
If I don't think so, let the Election Commission revise its figures, because they normally come on the second day. So I'm sure people have voted practically at the same level at which they voted earlier. But the point I'm here wanting to make is this election was kind of, very clear about the verdict right from day one. And therefore people are voting for the BJP when they found it out that since the opposition vote is going to be divided, BJP is anyway going to come. So maybe in certain pockets people might have not shown the requisite enthusiasm. That is quite possible. But I'm sure BJP is going to win, mark my words, all the 7 seats.
Okay, so Salman Soz, the lower turnout.
Well, since Sahasrabudhe said that, he coined this ABC, let me just go with ABC as well. I just thought of it. A for Achhe Din, B for Bahut Hua Nari Pe Atyachar, Ab Ki Baar Modi Sarkar, C for crores of jobs for young people, and I could go on actually. The fact of the matter is that the Prime Minister has led a thoroughly incompetent government. He's damaged this economy from farmers to small businesses to young people. He's basically created a hopeless situation. And I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that the voter turnout is falling.
The lower turnout.
Yeah, because it is entirely likely, and I think in that sense I agree with Atishi. It is entirely likely that BJP voters are basically saying, you know what, this guy didn't deliver. And by the way, if you remember, the kind of mandate that the Prime Minister had in 2014, yes. May 16, 2014, neither you nor me nor anyone else around this table would have thought that this election today, in the 6th phase, would be so tight that we don't really know if Prime Minister Modi is going to come back to power or not.
Okay.
And I would venture to say that he's on his way out.
Okay.
People talk about an undercurrent in this country. People say there's an undercurrent. Last time there was a Modi wave. If there is an undercurrent, the undercurrent basically means that the incumbent is in trouble. Because Modi voters are always saying we're going to vote for Modi, but people are silent. And the silent voter is going to be decisive in this election.
Okay, Salman. We've gone. Okay. Salman. let's try and I just wanted very quick comments on the turnout. Atishi, I'm coming to you in just a second about the Delhi election specifically, but a quick comment from you, Nilanjan, on what you make of both the falling turnout in Delhi and generally the fact that we're not seeing too much of an increase in the turnout in this election.
So let me first start with a caveat. In this election, we've been seeing very strange upward revisions a day or two after the election on turnout. So, we'll hold our horses. But what I will say is that the aggregate doesn't matter. What matters is a seat-by-seat increase or decrease in turnout. What we do find is typically, if there's been an increase in turnout in a constituency, it happens to be anti-incumbent. Now, there's a belief out there that 2014 presented us with a new normal. The BJP has a strong machinery and is particularly good at getting voters out to the polls. So a higher turnout could then be favoring the BJP. So there are two contrasting narratives for what a higher turnout might mean. Typically it's anti-incumbent, but this time because of the strength of the BJP machinery, a lower turnout might be bad for the BJP.
Okay, all right. So it is complex, it is nuanced. Atishi, on Delhi now, the fact that you were not able to come together with the Congress, in hindsight, do you think that that's hurt you or helped you?
Sreenivasan, I think that we were very clear from the very beginning that we did not want or need an alliance only in Delhi. We were talking about a pan-North India alliance with Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and Delhi. As far as Delhi is concerned, only Delhi is concerned, Congress has been relegated to a very distant third right from 2013. Ever since Aam Aadmi Party has come into the political equation in Delhi, Congress has come third in every election, be it a municipal election, be it a state election, be it a Lok Sabha election. So Delhi is very much a straight fight between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. And I'm very confident that the Aam Aadmi Party is doing very well. There's been a very strong, silent undercurrent of support. And we have been experiencing that in the past few days in the last phase of the campaign. And I'm sure that we're going to get some very interesting and unexpected results in the favor of Aam Aadmi Party.
But Atishi, I want to ask you that when you and all the other AAP spokespersons and leaders attack the Congress, doesn't that send out very confusing signals to the voters? Because if the Congress is so terrible, if they're so corrupt, if they're so incompetent as a political outfit, then why were all of you trying so hard to ally with them?
For the simple reason that the duo of Modi and Amit Shah, which has ruled this country for the past 5 years, is a very serious threat to the democracy of our country. They have destroyed every democratic institution in this country. They have misused every agency that there is to misuse. And if they come back to power, what becomes of this nation, what becomes of this democracy, you and I also can't decide. And that is the reason why Aam Aadmi Party has constantly felt that the entire opposition needed to come together to defeat the BJP, to defeat the Modi and Amit Shah duo. And not just an alliance with the Congress on these 33 seats. Aam Aadmi Party has been trying to stitch together an opposition alliance now for many months. Unfortunately, it seems that Congress is not interested in defeating the BJP because they're all their political moves seem to be about weakening the third front. They are weakening Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. They are weakening the SP-BSP alliance in UP. They are weakening the CPM in Kerala. Why would Rahul Gandhi contest from Wayanad, a seat that the BJP has never held? If Congress really wanted to take on the BJP, Rahul Gandhi should have contested from a state where there is a straight fight between the Congress and the BJP.
Okay. Vinay Sahasrabudhe, it may be one thing to say that the Congress has been perhaps disappointing. It's not done enough to try to really be part of this anti-Modi coalition. But just the fact that now there are so many regional parties and so many state parties that seem to be kind of closing ranks against the BJP, even if they're not doing that in the most united way, isn't that a matter of concern for you, that should you fall short of the numbers, even as NDA, you need more allies, more support? You even have people like KCR, who it appeared was on your side, supposedly sending out feelers to the Congress. Does that make the BJP pause and reflect about how it has really been as a political force? Has it been too aggressive? Has it been too hostile to its political rivals? And could that cost you in the event that you fall short?
First of all, the inferences that you have drawn are completely unfounded and not true at all. We are not hostile. In fact, they are hostile. All the abuses that have been used by are, first of all, coming from the opposition parties. We have only tried to respond to them. When they talked about the caste of the Prime Minister, he need to explain it. So I think you should be asking this question to the opposition parties, why they have been so hostile and intolerant towards the BJP, but you will not be asking it. And insofar as the united kind of opposition is concerned, your own channel has been giving this news that there is a rift in the opposition just by the time when the election is coming to an end, and Mamata Banerjee and Mayawati are not going to join the bandwagon that is trying to be coming together here in Delhi. So the rift was already there, rift is there, and rift will be there because they don't have any particular purpose except to remove Modi. Modi hatao, and that is the only agenda with which they are carrying. They don't have any alternate view. They don't have any alternate policy perspective. They are not coming out with any talk about politics of performance. Tell me, Sreenivasan ji, try to be honest. Do you find any political party to be talking about politics of performance except the BJP? Give me the answer.
Sorry, the politics of performance.
Can I answer that?
No, once again, are you asking me if opposition parties are talking about the politics of performance? Now, let me try to understand this. The BJP is in government.
Are they talking about their performance?
What are they talking? I mean, presumably they would be challenging.
You're the incumbent.
But they are in the opposition.
You're the government.
How can they be talking about their performance? They would presumably be.
Congress is in government in more than
questioning
states.
your performance as a government.
Sreenivasan ji.
Let's talk about New Delhi.
Performance in the government.
Let's talk about the Modi government.
That state governments are not talking about what they've done in their state.
Is Trinamool talking about their performance?
I don't know if that's true. I actually heard a Mamata Banerjee rally and I did hear her list her achievements. I heard a Kamal Nath rally, he listed his achievements. I heard a Ashok Gehlot rally, he was talking about the farm loan waiver in Rajasthan. I mean, he was also attacking the BJP, but he was also listing his achievements. If that was your question.
See, that is my question, but they are not seeking votes on the basis of performance. They are seeking votes simply on one single agenda, which is Modi hatao. That is the only agenda. That is the simple fact I am trying to bring to your notice. That's it.
Sreenivasan.
Okay. Salman Soz, you wanted to come in.
Yeah, Vinay is a very senior BJP leader. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. The Lok Sabha is being formed. The Lok Sabha, the incumbent government is the Modi government. The Modi government has to give an accounting of what it has done in its five-year term. Why does the Ministry of Finance's monthly economic report now tell us that economic growth is slowing down? that in the last quarter economic growth, which by the way is already contested, is 6.4% or 6.5%. Why is the MER, the monthly economic report, saying that exports are slowing down, consumption is slowing down, investment is slowing down? On Mint, the newspaper Mint did an analysis of 15 consumer indicators, said on 11 of them out of 15, the NDA2, that is Modi government, the Achhe Din Sarkar, underperformed compared to UPA2. Forget UPA1. This is an incompetent government. It deserves to be thrown out. On top of that, this is a very divisive government. There's a reason we want to throw this government out and defeat Narendra Modi, because they're bad for this country. That's as simple as it gets.
I want a last word. I want a last quick word from Nilanjan before we wrap. Nilanjan, just tell us, we have I think about 30 seconds, who's going to win this election?
I have no idea. Nice try though.
I'm just kidding. Just tell me, in this last two phases, what should we be really looking at? Last one phase actually, I beg your pardon. Phase 6 is over, this last phase.
So look, I think now the numbers from each of the parties' own units, cadres, whatever internal surveys they're running are going to start coming to the teams. So start looking at body language, start looking at the prestige seats like Varanasi, look at South Bengal, which has been Mamta's stronghold, and the BJP is trying to storm Bengal. We'll understand what is going on there. So there are a number of prestige seats to look at a little more closely to understand exactly what we have in store for us on the 23rd.
Because yes, that's true. These seats do resonate outside their own boundaries. But thank you very much indeed for joining us. Vinay Sahasrapute, Salman Soz, that was absolutely fascinating. We'll have to leave it there. Atishi also, she had to leave. Thank you all so much for watching this special edition of Left, Right and Centre from Uttar Pradesh. Good night.